all aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation, the toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station, toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past, 'cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash, but hey.
I should have known better, and I didn't, and I'm extremely embarrassed by that. I'm really hopeful that I can be used as proof that people can change and grow and learn from their mistakes.
You were a totally different person. You were a totally different person than someone who was just sitting here a minute ago.
Even Michael Joseph Antipuna said, "How to sing like a big black woman? You got the chops." Thank you, I know I do. Now, some of you might say that this is racist. It isn't, because he said it, not me, so just saying.
People here. The audience tonight seems like it's gonna be pretty young. There's a lot of like really little kids today, which I was surprised by because it's usually not like that. So I might have to be a little bit more careful with my inappropriate jokes.
And you didn't protect them on stage. And it wasn't a fart joke. How dare you diminish what Becky spoke up about? I'm not even singing for this part. How dare you diminish that? You're an evil, evil, evil person.
Colleen Ballinger put out a very famous video called The Toxic Gossip Train, where she is playing a ukulele and singing as an apology. And I'm sure 99% of my audience know the video I am referring to. So why did she put out this video? Well, that is what we are going to discuss today. All of Colleen Ballinger's controversies and alleged grooming of minors and young teenagers. It's not like Colleen doesn't know that she has a young audience, because she even admits that she is going to have to change things in this video.
People here. The audience tonight seems like it's gonna be pretty young. There's a lot of like really little kids today, which I was surprised by because it's usually not like that. So I might have to be a little bit more careful with my inappropriate jokes.
So buckle up, because we're in for a bumpy ride. Colleen was born in California on November the 21st of 1986 into a middle-class family. And the only thing to really know about her childhood is the fact that for part of the time when she was in middle school, she was homeschooled. Then she went on to go to Azusa Pacific University, and this is where the character Miranda Sings was born. And it is said Miranda was all based on people that she went to university with who Colleen felt couldn't sing to save their lives. And so she made fun of them using the Miranda Sings character. Obviously, not a very nice thing to do. But as we're going to find out in this video, using this Miranda Sings character is just a way for Colleen to get away with abhorrent, vile behaviour towards her young audience, who are as young as 11 and as old as 17. And she knew the ages of these children, but what she put them through when she called them up on stage is absolutely vile and disgusting. We are going to get to that. Miranda Sings' character made Colleen Ballinger extremely famous. She had her own Netflix show which ran for 2 whole seasons. Yes, believe it or not. And it was called Haters Back Off. She was chosen by Nickelodeon for the Kids' Choice Award. She was on late night talk shows, and this Miranda Sings character, she went on tour with it regularly. all around the world. So she had an awful lot to lose. But did she protect it all? Well, the answer is no, because if she did, we wouldn't be here now making this video covering her controversies. Colleen will go on to dump the Miranda Sings character that made her so famous, and she will reinvent herself as a mum vlogger where she then takes advantage of her own 3 children. Colleen appeared to be a natural born performer, and she even worked at Disney for a while until it is alleged that she got fired. Miranda makes a YouTube channel and she gets a viral video pretty quickly, and it is called Free Voice Lessons.
Hey guys, I'm Colleen, and today Miranda decided to come over to give me a voice lesson. Yeah, because you need one, because you're not good. You're terrible at singing. Thank you.
And the comedy in that video is that Colleen sings really badly in the video, obviously on purpose, because as we are going to see later on, she does have a pretty good singing voice. And in university, she studied vocal performance. Now we are going to see some of the on-stage performances from Miranda Sings and why all of the backlash, drama, controversy, and disgusting behaviour comes to life. The Miranda character often invites people from her young audience to come on stage with her. Now, you've got to remember that these children are her mega fans and they idolise her and they really want to be chosen to go on stage. And in some circumstances, like in this picture, innocent things happen that make people laugh, but then disgusting, abhorrent, horrible things also happen which totally traumatise the victim who is brought up on the stage.
Hi, okay, my name is Becky. I'm the girl in this video, and this video has over 1 million views, and that is a lot of people to be seeing this story without hearing it from me, so I want to explain this. So I was a fan of Colleen and all the Ballinger family for a very, very long time, and I think in this video I was about 16. If you've never been to a Miranda show, Colleen frequently has segments where she calls people up on stage. One of those segments was the bit, which I'm not really going to be explaining in this video, but that's why I was kind of trying to dress skimpy so that I would be called up on stage and basically get degraded by Miranda. But I did not get called up for that. I got called up for the yoga challenge. Now, as soon as I stood up from the audience, I saw Colleen's eyes widen because she realized I was not wearing pants. But for some reason, that didn't stop her from continuing. In fact, no adult at any point stepped in this situation. So we get to the point in the yoga challenge where I am laying down and Colleen is spreading my legs basically as far as she can. She spreads them so far that you can see the spandex I was wearing under my romper, which thank God I was wearing. Now, the original video posted by Xandar, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, is only a screenshot, but there is a whole video of this. But that screenshot is the most important because that is the moment I will never forget, where I was laying under Colleen and she was smirking down at me while thousands of people were laughing, and I was terrified that my body wasn't covered up enough by the spandex or the romper. I basically felt naked, so it felt incredibly violating. I was younger and my body was still developing and I was still becoming comfortable with myself, so for her to use my body as entertainment on stage really set my confidence back quite a lot. And not to mention, after all this, after the show, I had to walk back to my car where there was many men staring at me in a very predatory way that they were not looking at me before because of how exposed I had been on stage.
Spreading a 16-year-old girl's legs wide on stage when she is not appropriately dressed is absolutely heinous. Vicky is absolutely amazing for coming out and telling her story and bringing what happened to her to light and saying that she was the girl in that video. And at that tender age, what went on that stage has traumatized her for years and probably still is, which is a vile action. And it was all used by Colleen Ballinger in the Miranda Sings skits for supposed fun. Well, it wasn't fun for the victim, was it? And the thing is, Colleen didn't only do this to people from her audience, she did it to other stars, such as Jojo Siwa when she was 14. She did inappropriate videos with her. Now, because Jojo was only 14, she thought it was harmless fun, and she did defend Colleen, and in some respects, she still does. But then a victim doesn't always see that they are a victim. What we've got to remember whilst all this is going on is that Colleen Ballinger is an adult. She is in her 30s, so she should know better, surely. But there was another victim, and his name is Adam Mcintyre. And at the time of this happening, he was only 17 years old. Now, he is an Irish YouTuber with nearly 500,000 subscribers, and 3 years ago, he called out Colleen Ballinger, and her fans didn't take that well. They said that he was a liar, but he brought receipts.
Oh my god, that makes me laugh. I want to send him something. Do you want the bra, Adam?
Do you want the brown panties? Tweet right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, Adam, let me know what you want. He's in Ireland. Hi, Adam. I love you. Okay. Oh my god, that made me laugh so hard. The shade. You said you shaded me so hard. Okay, maybe he'll want the panties. Although then his parents will be like, "You're not allowed to watch who is sending you panties." Even mom, don't worry. I watched the boy wear them online first.
Colleen and her co-host are messing about there with lingerie, and they do actually send it to Adam, as we can see in this picture. The thing that we need to keep in mind here is he is only 17, and he is a huge fan of Colleen Ballinger's. And Colleen uses Adam when she meets up with him and gets him to do certain things for her.
And in 2016 to 2018, I was always asked to follow along gossip sites. Now, the gossip sites were talking about her ex-husband and her relationship and the divorce. And I was very much so made to follow along with that and then feed back that information and what they were talking about. Now, me doing this, it led to my name getting thrown into the mix in these gossip sites, and Adam, the character, the person, whatever you want to call it, started getting really attacked on these sites too.
Adam also went on to run Colleen's fan pages, and one other thing he ran was her Twitter account. And a tweet surfaced with Colleen supposedly coming out as gay. Colleen was called out by many of her fans, and we later found out that Colleen didn't actually put the tweet up. It was Adam, a 17-year-old boy who she had trusted to run her Twitter account. I mean, how stupid can you be? He's 17, he's naive, he hasn't lived his life yet, and what he's going to find funny and edgy is not going to be the same as what people in their 30s think, is it?
About it, she said, "It's all anyone is talking about. I'm really upset. I would never post something like that, and now everyone thinks I'm homophobic. I'm really, really upset." So right now she's seemingly taken back all opinions of me, of my tweet ideas, of my input on the account, for her saying thank you for everything you did. It was magical. I'm so happy. The fans, now it's, I would never tweet stuff like that. My fans think I'm homophobic. I can't believe this. And instead of checking in how I was as well, I was just getting short, snappy sentences to guilt me even more.
Due to everything going down with Adam and the controversy that comes from it, This is when the Miranda Sings character disappears. And you've got to remember that Adam was doing this job for free. He did not get paid to be Colleen's social media manager. And the controversies continue because next Miranda is called a racist.
Even Michael Joseph Antipona said, how to sing like a big black woman? You got the chops. Thank you. I know I do. Now, some of you might say that this is racist. It isn't, because he said it, not me. So, just saying. Anyways, a lot of people aspire to sound like a big black woman because they are more talented than other people, usually, except for me. So, how you can do that is a normal person would sing like this. And I am telling you, I'm not going. Really soft like that, and you sound very not good. Well, if you want to sing like a big black talented woman, what you would do is sing up really loud with really lots of vibrato. How you do vibrato is shake your head and then a vibrato come out. So, for example, and I am telling you, I'm not going. Back
Those videos are just awful. I mean, what on earth were Colleen and her ex-husband thinking then? Well, whatever they were thinking, it doesn't end there. Because then Colleen and her sister Rachel make a video mocking Latinas.
I am Rosa. This is my cousin. We work at the taco together. Of course, but I am soon to be a manager. She just got promoted to the drive-thru, so she talks to the people. Your eyebrows look especially good today. I know today is because I have like the natural hair.
Colleen puts out a ridiculous apology video where she tells people that everyone can change and stop making mistakes.
I should have known better, and I didn't, and I'm extremely embarrassed by that. I'm really hopeful that I can be used as proof that people can change and grow and learn from their mistakes. If you continue to speak up when you see someone doing something or saying something wrong, it can make a difference. As I grew up, I learned that those words were hurtful and I stopped using them, but there are still people in our world currently who are saying racist, homophobic, sexist, body-shaming things that need to stop. They need to be called out because they can change. I'm living proof of it. And my ignorant words from my past just make me that much more passionate to help the people that my words might have hurt.
So far, we have covered Miranda Sings being inappropriate with people on stage, with calling out Adam Mcintyre and saying that he is to blame for everything that went wrong when really he wasn't, for being racist. And now we are going to get on to some of the tweets that she put out that are extremely inappropriate, and also how she behaves with her animals. There's a very old blurry video where Colleen puts her cat into a bag and you see the poor thing trying to claw its way out, and she thinks that is funny. And that's not all. There's another video where you see Colleen with her white fluffy cat and she puts it inside her trousers. Why? I mean, that is just horrendous for the poor animal and not funny at all. And the thing that I really don't understand is the guy that's in this video with her. What is he thinking? And why is he letting her get away with treating her cat like that? I mean, the poor thing thinks that his owner is there to look after it, and yet she treats it like that. That is just beyond sick. Colleen would also DM young teenagers, and she had a private chat called the Weenies group. And here are some screenshots of inappropriate text that took place in this chat.
All right, here are the actual screenshots where Colleen was inappropriate with her minor fans. Again, I did not want to share these, but her fans continually keep asking, where's the proof, this is fake, and it's frankly getting exhausting because there's so much evidence. Here is where Colleen asked Adam when he was 15 if he was a virgin. Here is where she changed her group chat name to Winter C Blockers, and she asked her fans, tell me what move I should make on a very inappropriate word for her boyfriend. That's her boyfriend's name, all mixed in with bad words. And yes, there are minors in this chat where she asks this. Her minor fans answer her, and she says, okay, I'm gonna go to him and say, I want to stress eat your wiener. Again, minors are here. Like here where she says, hi, everyone hates me. I just can't imagine being like a fan that's like 12 or 13 or 14 and hearing this from my idol and how much stress that would cause me and how much I would feel I would need to comfort them. And she spoke a lot about her divorce and complained that her ex said that she was cheating. And again, these kids had to comfort her, even though a lot of these kids also liked her ex-husband. And I think Adam even said this in his video, that he really like worshiped their relationship, and it felt like a divorce of his parents in a way. So he's having to process that information, but also comfort her about it. But she really kept her fans hooked in these group chats by like giving little tidbits, and they got more information than the rest of the fandom, and it created like this personal relationship. And again, she fostered these parasocial relationships with the fans. She made kids feel more important because it got her a lot of loyalty. And I know there's people that be like, oh, she's not a real predator. And like, okay, I'm not saying that she is. What I'm saying is that she used grooming tactics and predatory behavior to get what she wanted out of fans, which was that they buy her merchandise and show up to her shows and give her free labor. And most importantly, attack anybody who attacks her. And you see that in my comments so much. And the things that these kids say is so scary to me. Like, I will always stand by her. Like, I'm a ride or die. Nothing could convince me that Colleen isn't great. That kind of defense is a direct response to the way that she talked about kids here.
Why are you ranting on to little children? I mean, let's face it, you're in your 30s, so surely you have got people of your own age that you are friends with, that you could have these conversations with, because that would definitely be more appropriate than doing it with minors. As you can imagine, this was huge. It was massive when it all came to light. And Colleen had hundreds of videos made about her by commentary channels, and Adam Mcintyre made countless videos. I'm going to link his channel down below so you can go and see some of his videos, because to be honest, they are really long. So that's something I recommend that you do on your own, and I'm not going to put them in here. Otherwise, we would be here forever and a day. And all of this backlash is why she put out the infamous video with the ukulele called The Toxic Gossip Train. So now we are back where we started. We've gone full circle from the Toxic Gossip Train video at the beginning to one now at the end.
All aboard the toxic gossip train.
And at the end of the day, Colleen didn't really apologise for any of her actions in any of these videos. She didn't get cancelled. She did lose quite a few 100,000 subscribers, but when you've got millions, that doesn't really hurt her, does it? And all it did do was cancel her off of YouTube in the form of losing her Miranda Sings character, which would have impacted her financially. But then now, like I've already said, now she does daily vlogs in the life of her and her children. So she is still around. She's still using children for content, but in this case, she's using her own. So to me, she hasn't really learned anything, and she has not changed. Well, thank you for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like button, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.